Them talk about me like every day, but talk about them like not one day. Plus, everybody just a follow me. Yo, me can't be one of them already. Me have to catch up like every day. My cheap price super so easy. You know, feel me when I keep in the city. One of them chain of them, know if it don't die, if you don't see it, too, one time I never do, but don't take it. No matter if you don't be come out of me. Everybody, you know, you trouble when you trouble. Somebody come and tell us, we say TV is so long, we don't be running out. When I make fun of myself, to the man, I mean, no, no opinion. Just watch it on the right, some people afraid of man, no make we happy, do this in front of woman. When I do interviews, some people questions the answer to everything they can relevant. Oh, my shot on words are inspiration, when in a literature, we have a distinction. Please, I want your love to see this. I'm not dashy, I know the figure. Who in the place I am, I have to call it, tell you lucky when you see it. No other group with you, because I love you. Them never tell us about trouble when they trouble you. Somebody couldn't tell us, say I swear. We say TPS and now we are to live value life. Everybody gets over when me never said them, so they need to show my respect to the day. Me no understand what some of them and the mates, but me just couldn't put no bubbles on me head. All of us only everybody to me, stop with the last I'm pregnant with me. So make us say, it's been too long, they live for me, I'm still missing the song, they wanna live still. Yeah, but it's time I keep you still, yeah, the same still.
What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday, good morning. Yeah, it's still morning. About to be afternoon. What's up? If you are a subscriber, you can hit the chat. Subscribers only. I love me a nectarine. So that nectarine and banana. That's how we starting off today. Who else love nectarines?
up on the channel. Showbiz! Bombastic Radio. If you're used to Shaggy's Yard.
Yo, I want a serious FM station. I gotta do me a quick question with ChatGPT. Cause it's like it's the genie, y'all. You can ask anything. It'll answer the question. It'll point you in the right direction. It may not be able to answer the question totally, but it's gonna get you at least 90% there for what it takes to do damn near anything. I'd like to know what it takes to start your own Sirius FM station. Cause and this ain't no advertisement that I'm mentioning Sirius. I'm just talking about. I mean, I'll tell y'all know if you follow my channel, I don't mention a lot of companies unless it's something that really helps me directly, helps ONYXCON directly, helps us reach our goals. And hell, I use this for content. You know what I'm saying? I'm on here vibing with y'all with the music in the background. So, and I like Sirius, just the variety of stations. But when I hear like some of the stations, you can tell they're like lower budget stations. They don't have the sound to be as clear. It don't be as like this. You know, this is crystal clear, right? But then you got some other stations like it's still a good station, but I'm gonna make my point if I can find it. I forgot the number. Let me see. Okay, yeah. This is the HBCU channel. Shout out to all the HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities. Now, traditionally and financially, a lot of those colleges don't have the budgets of really huge schools. So naturally, you know, it ain't gonna have the budget to get necessarily the best feed on Sirius. But the fact of the matter, they still got one. You say whatever you want, they still got a station. And it is clear enough. I mean, it sounds good. It's just you get spoiled with the other sound. Like, okay, this is, I don't know if y'all can hear the difference, but it's just slightly, it's kind of like my favorite station in Atlanta, WRFG, 89.3 FM on FM dial. It's still FM, sounds like it. It sounds like an FM station that don't have a lot of money. It sounds the same way, but it's on Sirius. That's how 89.3 sounds. It's got that, sounds the same way. It's got a kind of, it's not muted, it's clear, but it's just not crystal clear. It's not that extra digital audio, super sound, you know. So I'm curious what it would take to get that. Like what budget you got to come into the door with to Sirius, and what would your concept and everything, because I would have the ultimate radio station for ONYXCON. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I already got DJ friends. That ain't a problem. If I had a budget and could pay them, I already know they on board. I ain't got to worry about that. I got about 3, 4, 5 DJs I can hit up. And we talking about legends. People who I know from WRFG. Shout out Buddy Folks. Shout out DJ Asar. My main homie since day one of ONYXCON. Zeno Bathroom, for those who know in ATL. You know what I'm saying? He's an MC and a DJ. One of the founding members of the Soul Food Cypher. Okay, Soul Food Cypher. If you know the name, you know how powerful it is. They're one of the greatest hip-hop organizations for the preservation of freestyle traditions. But I'm going to have to put y'all on pause for the calls. Make sure ain't no way you can tell what you're running over out here. It's all junk, but we'll see. Hoo-wee. All right. All right. Go this way. Okay. Music. Where my music is? Shake it down, shake it down, shake it down, shake it down, down. Shake it down, down. Shake it down, shake it down, down. Shake it down, shake it down, down. Shake it down, shake it down, shake it down, down. She's a brick. How? Mighty, just letting it all hang out. Brick. How? like I was saying, y'all, I wanna have a station, man. I've actually had that idea amongst so many other ideas for ONYXCON for years. I was like, if we had a radio station, on Sirius FM or something like this, we'd be killing it. We'd be killing it. And as far as like even a formal podcast, you know, the market is definitely oversaturated. But what I would do, what we would do for a podcast would be so unique and so different. Because for one thing, I might have one base default format, like in other words, like build a studio setting, a situation, you know, a nice room. I want a live work situation where basically I have a man cave style room. It ain't gonna be a cave, ain't gonna be a basement. It would be, you know, plenty of natural light, windows, everything. I gotta do a video and share that. I got this image I created of what it would look like in AI. And when I tell you it's impressive, you look at that and you want to see this. You want to see this show. You will want to watch this show. You know what I mean? And the closest thing I could describe to what it would look like, because I think they have one of the best looking sets out of all the podcasts, would be whatchamacallit, Joe Budden, his show. I like the setup. I like the huge, big white couches that look all comfy, and you know, it's big enough to seat like freaking 10 people if they wanted to up in that thing. It's well lit, it's bright, you know, like a dark cavern or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, no pun intended when I say that to any of the ones that do look like dark caverns, because I like Cam Newton's set. It's cool, but it's, for me personally, I wouldn't want nothing that dark. I don't want all that, you know, wood and it's just dark. I don't like dark rooms like that. I like stuff light, bright. You can see everything. I just prefer it that way. I like real bright. So, yeah, and super sterile looking, you know what I'm saying? Stainless steel, white walls, honeywood, hardwood floors, you know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be wood, it'd be like the brightest, lightest woods, you know what I'm saying? Or even white marble, you know what I'm saying, for the floors, like something like that. I like that kind of stuff. I like big tiles, all that, you know. So anyway, I got this idea, and it would be really, really, really nice. And I always imagine it having, you know, definitely some of the typical things that you think of when you think of a playroom or, you know, man cave or whatever, like have a pool table, because I play pool, so I'd like to have a billiards table, you know, so I could do a round table. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If somebody hear this and they like, oh, that's great, I'm gonna do that, it wouldn't even matter, because what they do will never look like what I got in my mind. That nobody could ever do what I got in my mind. So like, this is why I don't mind sharing these ideas, because I'm like, it don't matter if somebody went and did, it still ain't gonna look like what I'm gonna do. I don't care what you do, it ain't gonna look like what I'm gonna do, you know? But like, yeah, I would have a billiards table, I would do interviews around that, like if somebody said they could play pool. And this ain't the first time this kind of stuff been done. Before the word podcast existed, there were shows like, you know, BET Rap City, or well, especially just start right there. And I mean, he's in the news a lot lately, so I'm not talking about that, but you might know who I'm talking about when I say Big Tigger. And it's sad that he's in the news for what he's in the news for. It was that mess with, I guess, his wife, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, and them arguing over his cell phone because she think he was cheating or some craziness. I ain't even watched the damn video. I saw clips and I was like, this is embarrassing bullshit. One more damn notch on the belt of hatred with people talking ish about black folk being ignorant on camera. I don't want to see that shit. So I ain't talking about that side of Tigger. I'm talking about the professional that did a classic hip hop show for decades. And they used to have a pool table on the set. And I used to love that because they'd be playing a game of pool, like a real game of pool, and he'd be talking to whoever the guest is, you know? It was always these really cool, you know, whoever the hottest rappers were, whoever. And then in other cases, you know what I'm saying, if it was a lady guest, you know, most of the time they play the whole flirt game. He'd be flirting with them, they flirting back, all that kind of stuff, if they liked him like that, you know. And then they always leave you wondering, dang, is Tigger, is he with her? Is he getting that? You know, and that was the fun of it. But you never know, right? And they did a good job of playing that game. notoriously for some episodes, but it was fun. Like, you know, I always wanted to have that kind of vibe. And then also, you know, I watch a lot of stuff with folks who collect statues for popular art characters. I'm talking about your Marvel characters, DC, whatever comic book, it don't matter. The ones that y'all don't know about. I'm just giving you something to put you in the headspace. And of course from the movies. And some of these things are life size, some of them are just bust. B-U-S-T. You know, I know I got some goofy kids on here. They hear a word, you said boobies, I said bust. Yeah, we all love titties, but I'm talking about bust, idiot. B-U-S-T. Okay, that means, you know, a piece that goes from here up, and it's a sculpture, that's a bust. Okay. You gotta educate these days. You can't assume people know what words mean anymore. I read some of these retarded comments that people make. You be like, this person did not finish grammar school. They don't know basic sentence structure. They don't have no punctuation. Everything's a text. You know, no punctuation at all. No capital letters. No just you had to go through there and create your own commas and everything to understand what the hell they trying to say, right? Pathetic. And I'm not saying I don't ever write messages like that, but I tend not to do that when it's in the public eye. I want to make sure my stuff is right. Let me cross my I's, dot my T's. And if I make a mistake, hell, I'm still 90% ahead of most people out here typing these days when they make comments online. So I really don't give a damn if I miss one or two. You know what I mean? It's like you so far ahead the learning curve, man. Please, you could just say hello and spell it right, and you'd already win the spelling bee. You know. So anyway, you know, I would want to have like statues like that all around, like a collection, or part of the room that's nothing but the collection like that. And I watch shows where guys and gals do reviews of statues like that. So like it would be a fusion of that. You would get that part. Like shout out to Kadeem Hardison, aka Dwayne Wayne from A Different World. And A Different World is coming back, by the way. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be awesome. This new vision of it in the future as they've gotten older and they're professors and back to the school. That's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be amazing. But yeah, Kadeem Hardison, he did. Did I say Kadeem first? I think I did. Kadeem is his name. Kadeem Hardison. He loves statues and he collects, and so his collection is phenomenal. I mean, if you've never watched his show, look him up. He got some stuff. You hear me? Some stuff. And he's charismatic. He's funny. So it's just cool to watch his stuff because he always, he knows he's a real comic book head. So he ain't just doing this for clout and oh, that's popular. Okay, I'll do that too. No, he really into it. So he be making all these jokes about the characters while he's putting the piece together and making jokes about the poses and all this stuff. It's hilarious. Love it. Really good content. I don't even know if he's still doing those. I haven't seen him in a while, but I know what it is, man. This budget, man, it's hitting everybody, man. He probably ain't buying as many statues as he was at one time. Those statues be going for, the ones he gets, be going for like, $2,000 and up type things. These things are expensive. They're not cheap at all. So I get it. I definitely get it if he kind of went on a little bit of a hiatus to get some things together and then come back to it when he can do some new ones. But he got probably enough in his collection. He could just, do a review of everything he already got, and it would be amazing to most people. I know it would be amazing to me. I want to see it all. I've never seen his total collection. I've seen like episodes where he's unboxing new ones, and they're dope. So anyway, I want to get to the point where I got that bag like that, and I can get them kind of statues, do those kind of unboxing videos, have that as a part of the scene. It'd be a literal part of the set for the show, for the podcast. Interview in those environments. You can sit in front of that. You can sit in front of a window. And then there would be other options of, aside from just playing games and talking about things or flashing things on the screen, because you have a screen too, a TV or something in the room, so you could do that. Like if somebody got a new movie coming out, you can put that up, show that, do a cutaway to that. All kind of cool stuff, man. I'd have a DJ. Like I would have my homie Zano I was telling y'all about. Have him there, spinning live in the mix. Man, I'm talking about the livest show y'all ever seen in your life. And the only reason I'm even telling y'all this is that a lot of times I hold back my best ideas because I don't know who's in the room, and I don't want to throw pearls before swine. I don't want to waste my energy when people are coming and going out of a live and could care less and may never, ever absorb these words. But in some cases, it's just for me. It's for me to say I at least told y'all how big the idea is. So you can't say that you never knew where this was going. You know, I already told y'all how big. I mean, the ultimate idea I've already shared in the video that's been out for weeks now. ONYXCON, the dream. If you ain't watched that, you need to watch that. That's the ultimate dream. That's the collegiate side of it all. If we were to reach that level of financial and infrastructural, and yeah, those are the two words. Because quite frankly, that's the only thing holding it back now. I already know the people. I literally have friends right now that could be professors at a school. Some of them are. You know what I'm saying? I'd just be like, bump them, man. I'm gonna pay you more. Come over here at my school. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, seriously. I just ain't got that kind of money at all. So, but that's no reason why I don't still dream big, because the idea I know is worth what it will be in money later. Always respect first, then power, then money. And we're at the state, we've already got a lot of respect. I already told you, I already know these people. I already got people like that. I already got the power of knowing they would come and want to be a part of whatever I'm doing. The only thing that's ever been in the freaking way is money. Money's the only thing in the way, which is why I say when you support this channel, when y'all hit that subscribe button, when y'all keep watching and watch thoroughly, not a little bit, not no little dip in, dip out. I know that's how most of y'all are, but I'm talking to the ones who watch long. I'm encouraging y'all to watch even longer. You know, dig into the playlist, see what else I've got for you. It's diverse. It's all on purpose to be multi-niche. That is what we pioneered. No one else, everybody else doesn't think, oh, your channel's about, oh, I don't know how to market you to our advertise. Same way you market all this other shit to your advertisers. Y'all put advertisements for stuff on stuff that don't even go with the damn video. So just do the same for my channel. Let me get monetized. Let me start making some freaking money, paying some bills, get past the paying bills stage, and start literally living to the fullest, thriving and showing thrills, okay? Let that content be the bedrock of how we eventually get enough financials to establish brick and mortar facilities, okay? And we will build that ONYXCON experience store that I have in the ONYXCON Dream video, if you haven't seen that. We will build that, but we got to get this monetized. We got to get the kind of money that other famous YouTubers have already. And they, you know, and some of their stuff, in my opinion, is very valuable, edutainment, great content. And then there's the other stuff that's just pure fluff and just goof off, whatever. But I can tell you from real, yeah, we're going to have fun too. Yeah, we're going to have our goofy fun moments too and just wild out. We're going to live life to the fullest and enjoy it. But the majority of what you're going to get out of ONYXCON is going to be something that's going to teach you something. It's going to wake you up to something you didn't know about. It's going to show you another side of life, another culture, another experience, another artistic journey you did not even know existed. Interviewing people you didn't know existed. Showing you the projects they've created that you didn't even know existed. Because this movement and the movements, the cultures that I'm a part of are so vast. And half the story ain't even been told. But it's got to be told. It's long overdue. And like I say, I say all the time, I say, man, when I reach 50, I'm proud of my age. And it's giving me more of a, it's become a motivational tool. Every time I say my number, it's a motivational tool to get more busy as long as I can and get the job done. Like, all the biggest dreams have to still manifest. There's no, oh, maybe that's not meant for me because these people ain't responding. That's bullshit. You just got to keep thumping. You got to keep talking. You got to keep speaking. I don't care how many people come in this live, dip in, dip out, because for every one of them persons that said 2 thumbs up, that's one more closer to 5,000 subscribers, which we're almost to 4. And we gonna get to 5 before the summer's over. We might be at freaking 8. We might be at 8 by the end of summer. That's just the kind of flow we got when it kicks in. But when we get this thing really monetized, I'm telling y'all, man, the sky's the limit. And it ain't a limit. The sky ain't a limit. That's the way I need to say that. You know that other way of saying it. The sky is not the limit. There will be no limit. What Master P told you, ain't no limit. Ain't gonna be no limit. I'm telling y'all. All we need is a proper budget. That's all I keep saying. And I'm gonna keep saying it because somebody's hearing me. I got an email today, and I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know yet. I'm still trying to validate this person and make sure they legit. They look legit. They act legit. I'm going to tell you something about me. if you're gonna send me something about business in an email, make sure you put it just like this person did. They gave their full name. It is a formalities are dying, and it's also killing business. Because if I don't, this world got so many scammers, right? If you're not using original format of a letter, I ain't saying you got to have everything exactly indented in an email the way it was in a letter from 1960, but I am saying somewhere in that correspondence, in that first introduction, should I say, not even correspondence, first introduction, you better have a logo of your company or whatever it is you're representing. You shouldn't. You really need to have a picture of yourself, a headshot, professionally, not no sitting on the block with a joint in your mouth, stupid looking shit. You send me that, I'm trashing you immediately. Okay? Something professional where I can tell you're a professional. Okay? Something to identify you. So when I go do a search for you and say, is this person? And it's got your full name. And I'm like, oh yeah, hey, there he is. There she is. I see their picture. That's them. Okay, cool. Name of whatever you represent, whatever company you're with, whatever entity you're with, whatever faction, whatever it is. What are you representing? Explain what that thing is. If it's not obvious, like this person that wrote me, they're in government, so I live here, so I knew which county this was. That's all I'm gonna say. That may be a little too much, but it's okay. I'm making a point. Big things are coming my way because you do the work. People notice, right? And they gave all their phone numbers. They said their cell number, their office number. I said, oh yeah, this is a real one. Because ain't nobody. And then I'm looking at the area codes. You ain't in freaking Detroit, but talking about you in Atlanta. No, it was area codes that are Atlanta numbers, you know. And then ultimately I looked them up on the web and I found them on Indeed and I found them on some other things. I was like, okay, this person legit. Looked like they were legit. Now the only thing I didn't like that they did is they said they'd like to ask me some questions. That's all they said. It was just like, how you doing? It was friendly, but it was like the request was just, I want to ask you some questions about, ONYXCON. I'm like, fuck, man. Damn, bro, you was batting 100. Now you back to like, that's like 90-ish, maybe even 80, 85. Like, damn, man, you was all in, bro. So I still responded, and to cut the fat, knowing that some people like that, because I've dealt with that type too. They really are what they are. They're professional, but they don't know how to be direct. They want to be indirect while they're being direct. They want to be passive aggressive about wanting to work with you. Like, it's either two ways. It's either they just don't know how to be direct. Sometimes that's an innocent flaw of some people, even as professionals. They don't know how to do it. They got these positions. They seem like they would. How'd you get a job like that and you don't even know how to be direct? Well, somebody else is being direct for them and signing their letters or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe his secretary wasn't available when he wrote this one. He should have let her do it because she could be a little bit more direct and say, well, Mr. Wheeler, this person would like to ask you this, and this about your organization because they're considering working with you in regards to and there's a date coming up and we'd love for you to be a part of it if you'd like to, and here's the details of it. That's how you do it. You give me some freaking details. Give me some damn details. You come with that shallow water, I'm more and more, especially shields up, everything on guard, everything got to be what it got to be till it's right. Because I done dealt with the scamminess of this culture that's going on, man, where people are like, it's too much bullshit going on. You got to know, you got to validate everything. You got to be ready, and you got to not be insulted when people request validation. Like, well, give me your credentials, give me everything so I can trust you are who you say you are. You are going to do what you say you're going to do. You're not asking me for personal information up front or anything that would be out of pocket. Who the hell does that? You know what I mean? You ain't starting at first. Like, I just need your number and your social security. What did you say? Okay, now you're trying to get eliminated. Like, it make you just on edge, man. Some of these people saying the stupidest shit. And I'm talking about the ones who be hitting me up talking about they want to do collabs with my channel because they see, or the worst was the ones that think they going to coach you, make your channel better, and they in another country, and they barely even speak English. No pun to that. I love my international audience. I'm talking about the scammers, not you. If you're a fan, you're a fan. Thank you. I'm talking about scamming ass people, just like there's scammers in Atlanta, scam ass motherfuckers in Atlanta. I don't like people like that, man. I can't stand them. They're the worst. They're the absolute worst because they never on nothing good. Everything they're doing is, as they say, fishing. Not the real fishing like I fish, a real fisherman. No, fishing for your information, for your credentials, for everything they can use to try to scam. And I hate that shit, man. It's out of control. It's out of control. You gotta knock this stuff in the head, man, and get it out. Get it out. Knock it out. It's out of control. It's everywhere too. It's blatant. That's the problem. It's done gotten blatant. It used to be fools like this knew to hide. They don't have to hide no more. What it is because you got a criminal in office. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I ain't gonna get into that conversation. Not that I don't care. I talk about the food, but I don't want to. I don't want to yuck up my mouth with the thought of this idiot saying the name or anything. You know. But yeah, if you got criminals in office, this becomes a criminal nation. That it was always criminal based, but you know the history. Stole a nation, colonization, imperialization. It's just fancy words for criminal behavior, period. In a court of humanity, the human family, the ultimate court of the universe, the ultimate Supreme Court, the laws of karma, the universe. But yo, we're gonna be all right, y'all. I think, you know, I just see things coming and I can tell people are noticing, and I like that. I like that a lot. And I'm thinking, you know, even if they don't, if they're not on the same page as where I'm going, they want to know where I'm going because they want to be somehow connected, and that's cool too. As long as you know, take your seat where you're supposed to, and not try and come in and take over and pretend you're gonna finagle something to unravel something that is surviving because of what it's about, not because of what it has. ONYXCON survives out of respect. Period. Universe bless.